another one.
Automated tests and sprints? What? What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Automated tests and sprints. They coming for me tonight. So it says, most of the managers try to, yeah, we're good. Most of the managers try to push for writing automated tests in sprints. What are your thoughts on this? I've seen lots of teams where everyone is anti-pattern against Agile. What? Are you serious? About to make me get into a fight here. For example, a company I know whose deadline is 3 months after, and they know it very well. Still, most of the managers are pushing to write all automated tests in sprints only. Now comes the crunch mode when all stakeholders holders like management, C-suite, and VPs brackets come along. They start changing stuff, and product management just incorporates them. Most of the time, the changes break your stuff, and your manager comes and says, "Why is this happening?" It is frustrating. How do you guys feel, and how are you handling it? So, I will tell you this. Write your car anti-agile? What? That's what I said. So, here's the that's putting a gun to your own. That is a fact. But here's how I feel about it, right? Start the clock. So number one, being anti-agile or anti-pattern against agile, whatever you said, that is to your own detriment, because we get so much work done using the agile methodology. Things keep flowing, keep delivering. Without agile, there would be no CI/CD pipeline, to be honest with you, right? And I think that your managers see the value in writing the automated test during the sprint, because this is what happens. When you push off writing your automated test after the sprint, they never get done.
Bruh.
That's exactly what happens. They never get done, because if you can't keep up with them during the sprint, how are you going to keep up with them after the sprint? Because so now there's still going to be new stories brought into the next sprint, and you're going to need to test that. And then you're going to need to automate those old tests as well as write in the new test or test the new test. So, and I've been a victim. Yes, I've been a victim. Yep. I've been a victim of not writing automated tests during the active sprint. And then they get deprioritized because management, the VPs, the C-suites, whoever, the stakeholders, they don't care at that point because they want to get to production. But and I don't believe they should care, because their goal is to have working software in production where they can make money. Yes, they can make money.
Money.
And now you're going to come to them and says, but in the next sprint, we can't do as much work because we have to write automated tests. And now they're like, well, why don't you just write your automated tests during the sprint? And it's like, because why don't we do it? Huh? Why don't we do it? Because we're anti-agile. That's why we don't do it. So what you really need to do is lower your velocity and up your automated test. How does the saying go? Lower your tone, strengthen your argument. Lower your velocity, strengthen your automated test. Right? Bars. I'm just saying. Bars. Right? Because if you try to play catch up, you will never get caught up. And I'll tell you this, developers aren't going to like this, but who said that automated tests are only limited to being created by the QA engineers? On my team, anybody can write automated tests. I might put the test plan in motion and everything like that, get the testing done, write some automated tests, but the story is not done until the tests are written and created and are passing. Just saying. The story is not done until everything is done, including automated tests. Because now, if we don't have these automated tests, how can we deploy anything else? We can't deploy anything else. So I am a fan of the idea of having the automated tests being completed in the sprint. I'll push it a step further. The automated test should be a part of the story that's being implemented. Simple as that. When we're creating subtasks for what we need to do to complete a story, we're going to say, okay, we're going to do our test plan and we're going to add automated tests around this. Now, if this is totally new automation, you have to spin up a framework, then you have to start that way. But so many times people will wait. They'll start building the software out and then they'll wait to do the automated test, and now you're behind. They should go in parallel. The first bit of code that you write, if you're just writing hello world, you should write automated tests to make sure hello world is showing up. That's my viewpoint behind it. Because it is important. Working software above everything. Working software over everything. It's going to be a t-shirt. Working WSOE. Doesn't really say anything. But working software over everything. All right? And on that note, that is that question. Hopefully that provided you some insight.
If you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.